to the Do-It-Yourself Show. I'm Sarahle, and today I'm going to be showing you how to wash your hands for bread. First, fill up the cup with water. Pick up the cup in your right hand and pass it to your left hand. Pour the water over your right hand 3 times, making sure that it goes all the way down to your wrist. 1, 2, 3. Now, take your towel and hold the cup with it so that you don't get your hands impure again since you just washed them. Pass the cup to your right hand and pour the remaining water over your left hand the same way you did to your right hand. 1, 2, 3. Now, pick up your hands and kind of rub them together while you say the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Elokeinu melech haolam asher kidishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat yadayim. Now dry your hands very well with the towel. From what you just saw, washing for bread looks pretty easy, huh? Well, not quite. There are a few more rules that you have to do in order to wash for bread. First of all, you're not allowed to have anything on your hands. So if you were playing in the mud and got some dirt under your fingernails, you have to take that out first. Also, if you have a ring, you have to take that off. Except, if you have a ring that you never ever take off, even in the shower, then you could leave it on. Another thing to take off is if you are painting or coloring and you got some stuff on your hands, then you have to clean that first. The one more thing to take off is a bandage. If it hurts too much to take it off, you don't have to, but otherwise you really should. But what happens if you wash your hands for your peanut butter sandwich and then you pour yourself a cup of orange juice and then you go and eat the bread? Well, see, that's not allowed. You have to eat the bread right away. You're not allowed to touch anything else, even if your brother hits you and you want to hit him back. You're not allowed to touch anything while you're washing your hands. So if your brother is really annoying you and keeps on hitting you and you finally hit him back, then if you realize you touched him after you said the blessing, then dry your hands and wash again. If you realize you touched him before you said the blessing, dry your hands, wash again, and say the blessing. There are some situations where we don't have any water or a cup. If there's no water within 1 mile behind us or 4 miles ahead of us, then we should wait. If there's no water at all, we shouldn't eat that food. Now, if you're really hungry and you must eat it and you're starving and you might even pass out if you don't eat it, then you should cover the bread with your hands and close your eyes. If you have a faucet and no cup, you can turn the water on and off like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can't turn the water on and keep moving your hands back and forth like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Because you have to be the one that's causing the water to go over your hands. Also, if it's winter and it's freezing and there's snowmen shivering outside and you decide to go skiing and you pack along a sandwich and there's no faucet and you must eat it. You can use the snow, but it's better not to. You're supposed to use a vessel to wash. It doesn't necessarily have to be a cup, but something that's meant to hold stuff. For example, a pitcher or a water bottle. The vessel shouldn't have any holes, so this one wouldn't really work. Also, the rim of the vessel should be smooth. And if you have no choice and you have to use a vessel with a spout, then pour from the other side, the one that's smooth. The vessel should be big enough to hold 3.8 ounces. So if you go on a trip to like the park or something, make sure you can get a hold of a big enough cup. This is not an acceptable size. You probably didn't think that there was any specific water you have to use, right? Well, guess what? There is. Pretty much all water is okay, except for number 1, if it was used for work, and number 2, if it's so disgusting because animals drink from it, and number 3, it's so gross and bitter that even a dog wouldn't drink from it. And finally, the last rule. If you go to the bathroom before washing your hands for bread, you have to first wash your hands in the bathroom, then say the special prayer called Asher Yatzar, and then wash for bread. Thank you for watching. watching. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time on Do It Yourself.